ay bumabati po kami ng magandang tanghali sa ating lahat dyan sa buong kapuluan ng Pilipinas. Siyempre pa sumasa inyo ang programang Radyo Agila sa Amerika. Ako po si Don Orozco, live na live mula po rito sa Silicon Valley sa California. At nako, napakaraming ganap, Jonas. Medyo mahaba-habang panahon tayong nawala sa ere. Alam po ninyo, napakaraming mga pangyayari dito sa Amerika na kailangan nating asikasuhin. Kaya medyo sinabihan ko muna itong ating kasamang si Jonas Pascual na replay lang muna. No? But anyway, eto po tayo at live na live. Siyempre pa, for those who wants to see us live, you can tune in on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Yan po ang Radio Agila 1062 YouTube at Facebook page. Anyway, so much for that at tayo it's an honor for us to have invited one of the great Filipino leaders in the county of San Diego, dito po sa California. Alam niyo, whenever there are things going on in San Diego and it is perceived to be led by a Filipino community, you will not miss the name of Miss Joanne Fields. No po? Siya po ang ating guest ngayong gabi. So let's introduce her now. Good evening sa atin, Joanne. Siya po ang Government and PR Director ng Asia Pacific Islander Initiative. At syempre pa, siya po ay ayaw na lang, nahahaba daw eh. She is also the head, the founder of yung Filipino Resource Center dyan din sa San Diego. Kaya pagka may mga aktibidad ng Filipino community, you look for Joanne Fields. Again, good evening, Joanne.
Good evening, Don. How are you?
I am great, and thank you for gracing our show.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Joanne, I know that you've been traveling back and forth from San Diego back here in Northern California, particularly in Alameda,
Yes.
Alameda,
Yes.
which is part of East Bay. And I know that you actually have family out here in Alameda.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just to have a quick recap, how are your families doing?
They're hanging in there. They're affected by the government shutdown, unfortunately. My oldest son, Jonathan, is stationed there. He's in the Coast Guard there with his wife and my two grandkids. So I'm praying that the shutdown will be lifted so they can receive the pay that they deserve because they're working without pay.
I
And
know.
I pray for all of our federal workers. 3 of my 4 children are working without pay because they work for the federal government. And
Okay.
yeah,
So
so
that makes you four, because I
uh,
know you do a lot of volunteer work as well.
yes, yes. I'm blessed. My youngest son, he works for Kaiser. I know Kaiser Permanente is big, also there in the Bay Area, and
Uh-huh.
so so luckily he's not that impacted. But I pray for all of our military families and federal workers that are impacted. Yeah.
Yes, we all are praying for them,
Mm.
especially the hard work that they put in. And again, especially to our military personnel, including the Coast Guard. Coast Guard
Yes.
is considered military personnel, no?
Yes. Yes. Under the Department of Homeland Security. So they're
Uh-huh.
part of the 5 branches of the military.
Okay, okay. Well, Anyway, Joanne, uh, maybe we'll start by discussing first uh, your recent event that was held in San Diego. I know
Yes.
that you, going back, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago when you started this Philippine American Friendship Day in San
Mhm.
Diego, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
then you were like crawling and trying to look for people to join and participate. But
yes,
that was just on the first year. On the
yes,
second year, it kind of like instantly invited several Filipino organizations, you know. As a matter
yes,
of fact, we were, and when I say we were, like the Iglesia ni Cristo have
yes,
been the pioneer participants of your events, and we
yes.
are so proud to be a part of this, and we are always thankful to you. So just a recap, this previous July event that you had. So how was it?
Oh, it was amazing. And thank you for blessing me and connecting me with Jewel Buenavista. We've been working ever since you introduced us. And the beginning of the Filipino American Friendship Festival, we have a procession. And in
Uh-huh.
the procession, that is a way to raise the visibility of who is in the community and so that people can connect. Maybe they didn't know. Oh, there's a Chula Vista Chapel of Iglesia de Cristo, or that may be a national city. So it's a way to connect with the different organizations, especially because of our military. We have a lot of people moving in and out of San Diego. So having the festival at the former Naval Training Center, Liberty Station, it's like a reunion for many that have graduated boot camp, but also it's a venue so that we can share our Filipino culture and heritage and history that we've contributed here in San Diego. So we're excited about that.
And again, I was just texting you the other day, thanking you of your attendance during one of the evangelical mission in one of our chapels. And again, it was, I believe, Jewel who actually invited you over to participate. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, and Joel invited me to. I went to a Bible study, and she's inviting me again this Sunday. So hopefully my schedule will work out so that I can participate and learn the Word there because I do want to learn the Word and how it's presented. I was raised Catholic. I attend church now at a Baptist church, but I like to learn our brothers and sisters that the word of God is important, and I believe that, and I have faith that there is no mistake, that our paths have crossed for a reason. So I'm thankful.
Well, again, it is really something that I appreciate, just be there and lead the community in so many ways, in so many ways. And I love you for that, Joanne. And again, as always, you are just a phone call or a text away, and
Yes.
you're there responding.
Yes, yes. I really believe in the advocacy. This is advocacy. And we need media. We don't have a big marketing firm, but to spread the word, we need all types of mediums. And being online, we're not just tied to California. You have your audience in the Philippines. So
Uh-huh.
we're connected, across the world, and it's really a sharing of information that is important here in the United States and Philippines.
Exactly, exactly. Well, going back to your July event, and it's a good thing, because July is actually the same anniversary month for our church, and your
Yes,
event actually is on the same month. So,
yes.
just briefly, what was the motivation that you actually came up with the idea of coming up with this Filipino American Friendship Day in San Diego?
Well, I was doing research and I stumbled upon the Treaty of Manila
Uh-huh.
and July 4th, 1946. Many people do not know that is when the Philippines, the Republic of the Philippines, was obtained independence from the United States because the Philippines was once a territory of the United States for almost 50 years. So when the Treaty of Manila was signed July 4th, 1946, it became independent. The United States relinquished sovereignty over the Philippines, hence Independence Day. But that's also the same day as independence for the United States. So
Mhm.
it's hard to learn that information as adults. When are you going to learn this history, which is important? And there's so much that's tied into that. So I love festivals. I love our culture, but how are we going to celebrate that? How can we commemorate that? So that's how the Philippine. It's actually a holiday in the Philippines at one point. Philippines American Friendship Day
Uh-huh.
was a holiday, and what I would like, we transition that into a festival so that we can bring our communities together. We're teaching the history, we're teaching people about our small business, our faith based organizations, our student organizations, our senior organizations. They all convene at this big event. And there's over 10,000 that attended the event. There was something for everybody, for the family to enjoy. We had lei making. Of course, we have line dancing. We had a second stage where we had karaoke. We had a lumpia eating contest sponsored by Seafood City. So we had
Uh-huh.
fun. And it was really a momentous occasion, again, to celebrate our history. The signing of the Treaty of Manila, July 4th, 1946, but also to celebrate our community that is thriving in San Diego. There's over 217,000 Filipinos residing in the county of San Diego, according to the US Census. So we're the second largest Filipino community in the state of California. So that's very significant. And I'm proud to say our mayor, he is mestizo Filipino. That's Mayor Tagloria. The person that just came on the screen is our mayor, John McCann. And we created, we're celebrating another historic moment in time because this past Tuesday, in the city of Chula Vista, the mayor and city council voted to name the first ever Filipino American Veterans Park in the city of Chula Vista. So it's the first of its kind in the United States. And that's very significant because many Filipinos came to the United States by way of the military, but
Uh-huh.
our histories are not told as often as they should. So this is a major historic event during October, which also signifies Filipino American History Month. So a lot to celebrate. And I'm just excited that we are a part of history here in the city of Chula Vista. And now it gives us another platform to teach the whole community, not just the Filipino community, the whole community at large, the Filipino experience and our contributions in American history.
Well, it is something that you actually have done effectively. Uh, and, as I was saying earlier, during our start, uh, it was some sort of a, well, what's this, like a big dream
Yes,
for Filipino Americans in San Diego to have such an event. And
yes,
you will not really think that just after a couple of years, it has become a really very significant activity for the Filipino community. And again, when you started this, uh, it was already the Phil-Am Mayor Todd Gloria at the helm. Am I
yes.
correct?
Yes, that our very first event, we were blessed to have Mayor Gloria from the city of San Diego. Our event is in the city of San Diego. And also from the Bay Area, he resides in Alameda, is our California Attorney General Rob Bonta. Rob,
Uh-huh.
Attorney General Rob Bonta also joined us for our first event. So it's again giving visibility of who our community is celebrating our culture, but also spotlighting, you know, who is leading our community. If you want to be mayor, you can be mayor.
Uh-huh.
We have a role model. If you want to be attorney general, we have a role model. And that's another mission that we have with the API initiative is to show our young people that you can be what you aspire to be in the career path. That you're not alone. That we have people in the community that you can connect to, and we want to make those connections. And if I don't know, then I'll call you. I know you know so many people also, Don, and our network is huge when we work together, and that's that bayanihan spirit that we work together and we can lift up whatever the project, the initiative may be together. And that's something that I'm proud to say, working with Jewel, we have an initiative. She has a docu series. You'll see video of Jules. Let's Talk Senior Living. So we're helping our Filipino community realize what are the options once you retire. So I'm excited, and that really stems from that relationship of you connecting us together. So I'm excited of what's possible. And again, it's to help our Filipino community so that we can thrive here in the United States. Because as we know, it's not easy. We do have certain opportunities, but it there's still a struggle. And but when we help one another, we can ease that struggle when we work together.
I was thinking back then, uh, when we were just starting to establish a relationship,
Mhm.
and it actually clicked. And I am so proud to have you as a friend. And again, just like what you were saying, the Bayanihan spirit will always live. It is just nice because just to our listeners, alam po ninyo, we are actually separated by at least an 8-hour drive.
Yes, yes,
It is as if by comparison, it is as if I am in Manila and she is in Davao, and we
yes,
have to drive all the way.
yes,
But because of the Bayanihan spirit, which was actually being espoused by Joanne, it was easy for us to really communicate and tap each other. I remember even even uh, when some friends who have been having issue in LA, we were also there to help them. And you are a couple of hours away from LA, and I
Yes.
am 6 hours away from LA, and still we make things happen. And
Yes.
truly, I am appreciative of that. And what would be the motivation? Because again, a lot of this, as I mentioned, are volunteer work.
Yes. Well, my motivation is really I receive that God has given me a gift to organize. I'm realizing that it's bigger than me, even with my imagination, that I have visions of let's have this festival, but I had no money to do it. But with our network, with the resources, one of my friends has taught me it's not having resources, it's being resourceful.
Uh-huh.
So when I called friends, hey, can you help with the audio? A-Cross professionals came. Hey, we have vendor space. We're going to sell a 10 by 10 space. It's, $500. Will you want to participate? Okay. So that's how we paid the permits. That's how we paid the rentals. So it all came together, being resourceful. So that's having faith that God will provide. Because sometimes when I overthink and I'm, oh my gosh, how are we going to pay this? But God made a way. He really made a way. And
Mhm.
like people are like, how did you do it? It's through our relationships, our connections. That's why I really appreciate our connection, because a lot of your viewers were saying, how do you know Don Orozco? I saw you on Net 25. How is this happening? I said, he contacted me and we got interviewed, and but they're your viewers and they're here in San Diego. And I'm like, that's nothing but God. We didn't know each other before that, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's why, walking in faith, I am being obedient, listening to how he directs me. I don't try to figure out how it will be done. I just use my God-given gifts of, with my lived experience on event planning, learning about our history, but really the connections of tying it all together. And I find it as a privilege, that there is a belief we can do it. And again, that's the Bayanihan spirit. Like with this film, the Filipino American Veterans Park, it's so timely. It's during the month of October for Filipino American History Month. And the city of Chula Vista months ago asked me, Joanne, can you help us organize our first celebration for Filipino history? Of course, I'm going to say yes. That's the city I live in. So we're planning this. And then now we have new history to celebrate. We have the first Filipino American Veterans Park in the United States is here in Chula Vista. It was started by FAMOS, the Filipino American Military Officers Association, under
Uh-huh.
the leadership of Oscar Garcia. He sparked the conversation with the mayor, Mayor John McCann. And from that conversation 3 years ago, it has evolved and now it's coming to fruition. And so the timeline, we're expecting the park to be built in about 1.5 to 2 years. But with that collaboration, with the community support, with the community voicing that they want a Filipino American Veterans Park, 20 million is being invested to develop a new park on 5.5 acres of land in a new community called Codavera in Chula Vista. So it's just amazing of what's possible when we have conversation and just have faith in the process. Because many cities across the United States have been vying for something like this. So I'm really proud to be a part of the community that is bringing this forward. And we're going to celebrate again now on Tuesday, October 28th at Chula Vista City Hall. We will have a celebration. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how are we going to feed everybody? Again, the Bayanihan spirit. We're calling our
Excellent.
network Porky's Lechon, Gabina's Cuisine, Valerio's
Uh-huh.
Bakery, Cocina
Uh-huh.
San Diego. Can you help?
That
DJ
is why.
Mabuhay.
That
Yeah.
is why. That's why it's really good that you have the ability to organize all of this. Anyway, before we continue our interview, uh, it's about 12:31 in Manila and 9:31 p.m. Let's go for a station break.
Okay.
So magbabalik po ang Radyo Agila sa Amerika. Sandali po lamang.
Five decades of excellence in broadcast communication. EBC, Eagle Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Agila. DCEC 1062 sa Mega Manila, WIM 1080 sa Northern Luzon, DCEL 1260 sa Southern Taga, DYFX 1305 sa Visayas, at DXED 1224 sa Southern Mindanao. Ito ang Radyo Agila. Mabilis, malakas, pumapagaspas.
Hanap mo ba ay latest gadget? O trivia tungkol sa pinakabagong teknolohiya? Gizmos, doodads, iPhone 6 at Galaxy Grand Max? Ano bang pinakaunang electronic gadget? Mula sa mga wired telephones hanggang sa telescopes na ginagamit noon ng NASA. Alamin din natin ang wastong pag-iingat at paggamit ng ating mga gadgets. Makinig sa programang Tech Talk.
Lumalaban sa upnos, bangon, bangon, kwento ng buhay mo, babangon, aahon, diwa ng puso mo, bawat luha, ang bawat tiyaga, ay alab ng pag-asa. Lakas ng loob mo.
Ngiting Tagumpay. Kasama si Shane Castrillo. Tuwing linggo, alas 8 ng umaga. Dito lamang sa Net 25 Radyo Agila, DZEC 1062.
Nagbabalik po ang programang Radyo Agila sa Amerika. Ako pa rin po ang inyong kasama, si Don Orozco. At narito medyo giniginaw dito sa San Jose, California, ang tinaguriang capital of Silicon Valley. At gaya nga ng binanggit ko po kanina, ang atin pong kasama ay founder ng Filipino Resource Center. Pero siya din po ay isang government and PR director ng Asia Pacific Islander Initiative. Ayan. Pag-uusapan namin yan. Kaya lang, bago natin pag-usapan yan, Johan, I just to uh, re-emphasize the discussion earlier, October is actually like a month to celebrate for among us Filipino Americans. And especially, sabi mo nga, uh, it is a very important date. Alam mo, sa amin din, mga church members ng Iglesia ni Cristo, it is also an important date because we are celebrating uh, the birthday of our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Kaya happy birthday po ka Eduardo sa October 31. And again, we will not just celebrate his birthday just to celebrate. We're actually coming up with a lot of care for humanity events sa buong mundo, di ba? And I believe it would be an honor for us, Joanne, for you to be a part of it.
Oh, I would be honored to attend. Yes, I'll ask Jewel for the activities here in San Diego.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, we are always honored to join your activities and your events. Anyway, Joanne, uh, the title that you carry now is Government and PR Director for
Mhm.
API Initiative.
Yes,
I was just wondering, would you be able to reiterate more on that?
sure.
First of all, about API.
hmm So API, it's an acronym for, again, Asian Pacific Islander. And in the county of San Diego, there is, according to the census, almost 500,000 Asian Pacific Islanders residing in the county of San Diego. And from that 500,000, there's over 217,000 Filipinos. But when you ask, typically when you ask people, who's Asian? Usually, the answers I hear are Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Thai, Lao, which is all correct. But when you ask people who are Pacific Islander, I'll hear Native Hawaiian, Samoan, Guamanian, Tongan, Fijian. So it's a big
Uh-huh.
umbrella of diverse languages, Asian and Pacific Islander communities. And so having this nonprofit organization helps um, raise the visibility and educate the community what it means to be Asian Pacific Islander. And for me, it also gives a platform for advocacy for the Filipino community because some people don't realize we're under that umbrella. And actually, for some Filipinos will say they're Asian, some will say they're Pacific Islander. So it gives us, again, a platform to share the differences, but also to share, again, like what we were talking about earlier in the show, is our history, our culture, our faith based
Uh-huh.
organizations, that it is also diverse in itself, just in the Filipino community. So it's multifaceted, and our mission is really to raise the visibility of the needs of our community, educate the community, the differences and the similarities, but also to show that we are here and we are active in our community, whether in San Diego or in your community there in the Bay Area or anywhere across the United States. We have very many things that we have contributed and are also advocating for.
Joanne, this API initiative, are you also one of the founders of this organization, or you were just stopped as uh, one of the kind of like a PR director?
So there is a core group. The our executive director who really pioneered this is Ed Arguelles. Our former executive director is Alicia De Leon Torres. The late Dr. Ray Monzon was part of the API initiative. Our associate director, Tana Lepule. So it's a mix of Filipino, Samoan, and also Southeast Asian that we go into the community and try to um, not only have a seat at the table, but we advocate. So there are different needs. One of the initiatives currently we're working on again is the recognition of our Filipino American veterans. So a dream of many has come true this past Tuesday with the vote of Mayor John McCann and the City Council in Chula Vista for Filipino American Veterans Park. And like I said earlier, it was a conversation that was had with Oscar Garcia and the Filipino American Military Officers Association with the mayor that we want to commemorate the veterans of the past and also to celebrate our current veterans that they've served their country and because there isn't much recognition in the history books, but we don't have to wait for the books. We can tell oral stories. We have pictures, we have documentation. So this is giving us really a platform and it's a catalyst. It's a catalyst for something bigger.
You know, celebrating our military people in San Diego really fits to 80 because alam nyo mga kababayan, San Diego is it's actually one of our biggest military installation. That is why we do have a lot of like Filipinos, especially retired military personnel that
Yes.
are around all around San Diego, and most of them are actually giving us an honor to be Filipinos. And again, on one of the pictures that was showing is that there is this a certain Oscar
Yes.
Garcia. Uh-huh.
Yes.
What,
Oscar
what is
Garcia.
is he someone that who served also?
Yes, he served in the Navy. He is retired. I should memorize his title. I believe retired commander, but definitely an officer. He's currently the president of the Filipino American Military Association or Military Officers Association. And actually, under Oscar's leadership, there was another organization that he was one in the top leadership position. He was the president or chair of the House of Delegates in COPAO, the Council of Filipino American Organizations. And when I came back from Washington State, where my ex-husband, we were stationed in Washington State, it really sparked an interest for me with the racism that I experienced in Washington. I said, I want to be involved when I come back to San Diego. And I looked through my parents' boxes and I saw the bylaws of COPAL. And I went in and met the leadership, and Oscar was part of the leadership. And from there, I became his secretary of the House of Delegates. And then I was elected as a board of directors. And then there was NAFA, and it was a springboard. And I'm really blessed to work with Oscar for over 30 years now, and to see an initiative like this come from a conversation 3 years ago now to becoming a historic moment in the Filipino American community, and under his leadership is really great to be a part of. But Oscar is really a leader in our community.
Well, again, thank you for topping that. Uh, we're actually actually so proud here in the US. Uh, it is something that we give to those that serve. We
Mhm.
really honor them, and I am glad that you have that initiative. One other aspect, Joanne, that I saw on the pictures that you've actually sent is
Mhm.
the picture on the neighborhood park,
Yes,
Cota Vera.
yes.
Uh, what is the significance of this picture, especially to the Filipino American community?
Sure. So Cordovera is a new community development in the city of Chula Vista. It's very new. And the other pictures that you saw, it's just dirt right now. But the rendering that you have on the screen right now is something that was communicated by the residents of Chula Vista with the staff of Chula Vista, bring to fruition. You'll see there's pickleball courts, there's a basketball court, there's a multi use field, there's picnic areas that is being developed by the city. But there is also going to be a Filipino American Veterans Memorial erected there. There's a monument that will be erected there, and that is being fundraised by private donors to have that. So it is going to be in a serene park in a new community, one of the newest communities in Chula Vista. And I would say one of the fastest growing Filipino communities is growing on the east side of Chula Vista. So it is very significant that it's taking place in District 3 of Chula Vista. But what I was really excited to see is how many Filipinos came to advocate. They, over the past 3 years of many meetings with the mayor, with the city staff, and even with the developer of the new community, Home Fed, meeting with Home Fed, they are the ones that carved out the park space. Again, 5.5 acres of land. That's very large and
Mhm.
significant in the community that is now being named, and it's part of the master plan for the city of Chula Vista.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh, and what would be your participation? Again, does being a government and PR director, was that a key factor into having this?
I would like to say there is a key part. I'm actually an honorary member of FAMOS. I'm not a military officer, but I was voted in as a honorary member.
Uh-huh.
I played a role, but not as significant as Oscar and the other officers along the lines of FAMOS. There's uh, Commander Benny Valerio, who's key. There is Joy. There is a very active board of directors. Ernie and his wife Remy, very active. Also Oscar's wife Veronica. So it's a very diverse group of active veterans that were key roles. But from FAMOS also reached out with other partner organizations like UPI, the Filipino Women's Club, the Filipino Educators Association. So this network just keeps growing. And again, working together, as you can see in that group picture, there was many people that came together to bring this to fruition, and it's multi-generational. It's young people, it's our seasoned citizens, it's very diverse professions, but coming together and speaking with one voice this has come together. And I cannot claim, a large role, but I have a small role in seeing this to fruition. And I look forward to a festival. We're going to organize a festival there. It's actually bigger than NTC Park in Liberty Station. So it's not and or, it's and an addition, right? So we'll have multiple celebrations, and there's even already an effort of other council members that want larger. They said bigger and better. Okay, we don't have to choose one. There can be multiple. So let's have it all. We're not limited, right? So that we're going to keep moving forward and recognize the contributions of Filipinos here in the United States.
Wow, that's really amazing, Joanne. And is this like in an earth moving stage already, or what's the stage right now?
So it's like hot off the press. On Tuesday, it was just approved. But when you see those pictures, it was at City Hall. Those pictures are from City Hall. And then there was a press conference. And so that picture there behind you, you see the dirt and then some of the houses behind there. That is the actual site of the Filipino American Veterans Park. So it's still dirt, but the city of Chula Vista hopefully will break ground soon, and the expected completion is within a year and a half to 2 years is the expected duration of the project.
Mayor Macan is the mayor of Chula Vista. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
he's also U.S. Navy Reserve. He
Uh,
was active duty. He's now the reserve. And when you hear him speak about the Filipino Veterans Park, he will also share his experience working with Filipinos in the Navy. So he knows firsthand that Filipinos have contributed a lot into our military, our country, and our Chula Vista community. And so recognizing the community for our contributions is really significant and an honor.
wow. And so far, what would be the timeline for the construction of the entire thing? And
Yes.
do you also have you are also coming up with a statue there, right?
Yes, there's a monument that is being, there's private funds, private donors, again, under the leadership of FAMOS, Filipino American Military Officers Association. There's already been collections and pledges. I've heard, I was there during the meetings where community leaders have pledged $5,000 each to help build this. So there's private and government funding for the park and its amenities, but for the monument itself, that will be funded by private donors. So
Uh,
it's exciting to see.
okay. And then John, uh, it says neighborhood park Cota Vera.
Yes,
Cota Vera is the name of the location, or
yes,
so
yes. That
eventually this will officially be known as what?
as the Filipino American Veterans Park. So that neighborhood park has been voted and passed at the recent Chula Vista City Council meeting this past Tuesday. So it will be named Filipino American Veterans Park, and the park is located in the community named Codavera, which is a community in the city of Chula Vista.
Hats off, Joanne. Good job for you again made as proud Filipinos, considering that this is another accomplishment on your part.
Oh, not me, not me. It's Famos. It's us. It's all of us in the community. I will never take credit for one initiative. It's always a team effort. It's a community effort, and we need to continue to do that because we're stronger together. It is a blessing to work in purpose, but I cannot take credit for this. I'm just a small part in some a bigger picture, but it is an honor to be a part of this.
But still, you are very, very much a part of it. You're just being humble.
Oh, oh no, there.
Anyway,
Okay, I won't debate. I won't debate.
uh-huh. Anyway, Joanne, uh, 1 hour seemed to be very long, but you see, we're almost done.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, and yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
And before I let you go, is there anything like any activities going on for your community in San Diego? Any
Yes.
announcement that you'd like to make, or would you like to be greeting anyone or
Yes.
thanking anyone?
Well,
The floor is yours.
I thank you for this platform. I really thank you, Don, for the friendship that we've developed over the years, for this platform so that we're sharing the word throughout California, but also across the waters and there in our home country of the Philippines. I'm very blessed to now be working closely with Jewel Buena Vista here in Chula Vista. But I'm excited to be working with a team of Filipino community leaders. We're working with the city of Chula Vista so that we will have a Filipino Veterans Park. But we're also celebrating that new history on Tuesday, October 28th, 5 to 7 o'clock in front of Chula Vista City Hall. It's open to the public, and we will celebrate Filipino American history. There's also our sister, Julia Legaspi. She's also making history in the city of San Diego. The city of San Diego has voted in to celebrate the late organizer, Julia. She passed away earlier this year, but there is now a street that will be named after her in her honor in November. And it will be taking place November 19th in Mare Mesa. And so that is very significant to have a street named after a Filipina, and that's happening next month, November 19th. Yes, and then
Okay.
Road Scholars in Mara Mesa High School, we are
Oh,
planning a trip to New Orleans where the first Filipinos settled. A lot of people don't know the first settlement was in New Orleans and St. Malo. So we will be fundraising for our students to be able to take a trip and learn our history there. So a lot of exciting things happening in San Diego. So one of these events. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us, but definitely next year, Don, July 18, 2026, we already reserved the park, NTC Park, for the 6th annual Filipino American Friendship Festival.
nako, good luck for that. And I am sure it will be another hit,
Yes,
not just for the Filipino community, but the entire San Diego community. As a matter of fact, even those outside of San Diego will
yes,
surely participate.
yes.
Anyway, Joanne, thank you so much for the time and the opportunity to hear you again, hear all the good work that you've done, not just for the Filipino American community, but to the state of California. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Uh, Yan po si Miss Joanne Fields, Government and PR Director, Asia Pacific Islander initiative at siya po ang founder ng Filipino-American ng ating yung Filipino-American Friendship Day. Siya rin po ang founder noon. Siya din ang founder ng Filipino Resource Center. So thank you so much, Joanne. At naka-boundary na naman po tayo. At nako, ang sarap kausap nitong si Joanne pagka talaga ang pag-uusapan ay to embrace the community. Muli ay nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong pagsubaybay sa ating programa. Ako po si Don Orozco mula rito sa Silicon Valley sa California. At thank you kay ang Kuyang Jonas. At na-link mo na naman ang ating programa. Again, magandang araw po sa ating lahat.